let's see if the distortion. I mean, I know there's going to be probably a little bit of wind noise. It's not going to completely go away. I'm actually thinking about going to one of these packing places, probably UPS or someplace like that, and get a little bit of that foam. It's like a little piece of foam, and stick on the inside of the mic thing. I don't know, that seems to probably be the only way that it's actually going to work. So if I do it like that, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to take a little bit of a different route today. We're actually going to take a trip up towards Pine Mountain. I know I do a lot of trips up towards Pine Mountain, I really do. I need to kind of expand my horizons a little bit. But if you get out here on the highway and you're going down the road, you can't really understand what I'm saying. At least when I go up towards Pine Mountain, you guys can hear exactly what I'm saying for the most part. I put 93 octane in today. I know I made a boo-boo the other day and put in 87 octane in it, or 89 octane. No, 87 octane in it. That's okay. I think I'll clear most of that nasty fuel out and get this good fuel running through it. And hopefully our MPGs will go up a little bit. I got to get it down for another service, but I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see on that, because that shit's expensive, man. Like, these damn Harleys, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. But if this video doesn't turn out very good, as far as audio quality wise, I'll go to my backup plan when I go for a walk later this evening, and I'll do the video then. I hurt, guys. My back. My back is killing me something fierce. Like, it really is. I don't know if I got a bad disc or what, but here lately my back has just been absolutely killing me. And it might be because I'm getting a little bit more exercise than normal by going out for these little walks and everything. And it doesn't help that I'm actually fixing to run out of my medication that was given to me for my diabetes. So I'm actually fixing to run out of that, and that's going to be fun. Because not only will I have to like just completely watch what I eat and everything, like really watch what I eat after that, because if I don't, I'll be in some serious trouble. I'm going to go straight across, and go over towards, I think this is Moon Road. That's what we're on right now, Moon Road. And I never come this way. I almost got a job working there at Thesis a few years back. Here's another thing you guys don't know about me. I've actually got a degree in network engineering. I do. But I've never used it, so. I do, however, build my own computers. A lot of people are intimidated by that, but I'm not. I actually enjoy doing it. It's relaxing. But I haven't built one in a couple years, since like 2019 though, so 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. I actually thought about putting out the video of that. I've still got the footage from that. If you guys want to see me build a computer, I was a little bit bigger back then. I hadn't lost the weight that I've lost. I think I weighed probably about 260, 270 pounds back then. Now I weigh about 229, 230, somewhere around there. So I've lost some weight. I just got to exercise a little bit more. That's kind of a problem though, when my back hurts so damn bad sometimes. I got back problems from when I was in Iraq, guys. And a lot of you guys probably don't know that either. I was in Iraq from 2003 to 2009, or 2003 to 2004. Sorry. Yeah. Yep. Wow, people. These damn lights, man. I hate these freaking lights. They take way too long. Come on, fools! I need some airflow. I probably shouldn't have come out this this early. I probably should have waited. I probably should have waited. Alright, so let's talk about this setup for just a second here. If everything works out okay, and everything works out fine for the audio, I've got the Purple Panda mic up close to my left cheek, and hopefully that takes care of some of the wind noise. And then I've got the GoPro set for basically to where it records, and I'm able to separate the tracks, and hopefully I can get the noise off the tracks. So we don't want the wind noise, and we don't want the wind noise, and we don't want the distortion. That's what we don't want. I don't know what this vehicle's doing right here on my right side, but that right lane's fixing to end, guy. Yeah, see? That kind of crap right there, those people that do that, they're the ones that cause the most accidents out here on the road. It's not truck drivers and stuff like that that cause most of the accidents. It's people in four-wheel cars, four-wheel vehicles that cause most of the accidents out here on the highway. Because they don't know how to drive, or they drive erratically, or they drive aggressively. The whole point of defensive driving is to drive defensively. Like right now, I'm driving defensively. I'm watching, I'm looking around, I'm looking at what's ahead of me here, construction. I'm paying attention to the speed limit signs. I love this project that they're doing over here. They're actually widening this, and I think that's great. That is the best thing they could have done for this area, is widen this road, because it is a dangerous road. It really is. And they've been doing this for I guess past year. As long as they don't put any of those roundabouts down through here, we should be okay. If they start putting roundabouts in, then, I mean, roundabouts are okay for certain things, but for trucks, they're not really that optimal. Which brings me to my the main thing that I'm going to be talking about. And I know you guys don't like to hear the jibber jabber and what. You like me to get straight to the point. Well, here's the question that I've got for you guys today. The question is, do you think there is a driver shortage, a truck driver shortage in America? And I'm going to be quite blunt with you on this one, guys. Personally, I think that there is not a truck driver shortage in America. When I was driving truck and I was out, you know, driving down the major interstates and major highways and stuff, and we get going down the road, and you would see trucks lined up for miles. And then they say, oh yeah, there's a truck driver shortage in America. But I'm telling you right now, there is not a driver shortage in America. There is no driver shortage in America. What these companies are doing is they want these illegals to come in here, and they want them to take over, and they want them to run cheap freight. And I mean, if you work for a company like Schneider, you're running cheap freight anyways at 38 cents a damn mile solo. I mean, I was running at 45 cents a mile, but I had a little bit of I guess I had a little bit of tenure since I've been there a couple of times. And So, but at 38 cents a mile, I mean, you're not making a whole lot of money. I mean, you run your ass off all week long for $1,200, basically. And sometimes that $1,200 was gross, it wasn't net, which means the difference between gross and net, gross is the overall amount that you're making, and net is what you're making after taxes and Social Security benefits and all that stuff comes out. So people are complaining. The truck drivers in America, the American truck drivers, are complaining that, you know, they're not making them as much money as they should be. Well, of course they're not. And you know why they're not making as much money? It's because these illegals are out here with 5-6 people in the damn truck, and they're driving down the road, and every 8 hours they're switching out. So they can continually drive, consistently drive for an absurdly low amount of money, almost bare minimum, well, almost like nothing at all. And yet they're taking freight from legitimate owner-operators out here who are trying to genuinely make a living. And then, of course, people want to say, oh, well, you know, we need the illegals in America so we can like keep prices low and stuff. Like, I'm like, no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Here's the deal. Made in America used to mean something. It doesn't mean shit anymore, because all these companies that are like in Thailand and Thailand and China and Vietnam and all these other foreign countries that are making our products, they're sending the products back over here to America, and we're paying all these countries tariffs and stuff like that. We're paying the tariffs from these other countries, and we're losing money. We're losing money left and right because of it. And then you've got, not only are we losing money, but we're losing money to the foreign drivers that are driving around out here illegally. Like you had a CDL driver, this is no shit, a CDL driver, on his CDL it said no name given. Are you fucking kidding me? No name given? What kind of bullshit is that? Like, seriously. Like, why would anybody give this guy a CDL if he didn't give his name? You gotta have your name on your CDL, or nobody's gonna know who you are. If you go, this is no shit. If you get pulled over by DOT, or pulled into a weigh station by DOT, they are literally going to take you into custody, impound your vehicle, and they're going to deport you, and then ICE is going to come in, because you're going to be on a retainer. ICE is going to come in, and they're going to review your case, and then they're going to deport you out of the United States, and you're not going to be allowed to come back. And this is now. Back when Biden was in the office, they would catch and release, which means they would catch you doing something stupid like that. They would release you back out into the public. You would get a plane ticket or a flight back to wherever you came from, wherever your office was located at. They would put you in another truck and send you back out on the road. And most of these guys got the bare minimum training. A lot of these guys were actually training on the road. And I know a lot of these companies out here, a lot of these big major companies like Prime Inc., Schneider, JB Hunt, I mean, they don't hire these guys. This is no shit. My class, the last class I went through, the last orientation that I went through with Schneider, there was one guy in there. He was foreigner, and they took him on a road test, and he hit every single curb, and they did not hire him. That right there ought to tell you that these major companies like Prime Inc. and Schneider and JB Hunt and all these guys, they're not going to hire these drivers because they don't know how to drive. They have the bare minimum and they don't know how to drive. They've never been properly taught how to handle that vehicle. That's an 80,000 pound missile, guys. An 80,000 pound missile. And I'm telling you right now, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And I ain't gonna lie. I have been okay, we're gonna try this at a little bit higher speed. We're gonna try it at 55 miles an hour. So hold on just a second. I'll get back to my thought here in just a minute. Alright, so we're at 55 miles an hour. We're going to see if this actually works or not. But anyways, so if you're driving an 80,000 pound missile, and I know you're not 80,000 pounds all the time, like you're anywhere between 56,000 pounds and 80,000 pounds at any given time, okay? But you also got to remember something else. That tractor and trailer, if you got a sleeper on it, is about 65 feet long. 65 feet. That's a pretty good distance, okay? And a lot of people don't think that's very much. That's a huge amount of distance in between the front bumper and the rear bumper of that trailer. But it is. And I can attest to that. Okay, I can tell you right now, it is quite a distance, and that trailer travels a whole lot differently than the front of that truck. So if you don't know how to drive that truck, you sure as hell ain't going to know how to drive that trailer. And that's the reason Schneider has the motto of, we don't teach truck drivers, we teach trailer drivers. That's how they word it. And that's what they do. They teach trailer drivers, not truck drivers. And that's why I always say, I'm a trailer driver. I'm not a truck driver, I'm a trailer driver. And people looked at me like I was crazy when I said it. But here's the reality of this, okay? The reality is that these truck drivers are out here and they're roaming America and they get into all these accidents, and they really do get here lately. You really haven't heard about a lot of accidents involving tractor trailers and illegal immigrants. You know why? Because after that guy got caught doing that illegal U-turn in Florida, and that car hit the side of his trailer, and he acted like he didn't give two shits in the world, because he was probably a Hamas terrorist. He was probably affiliated with Hamas, those dirty bastards. And he didn't care. He had no amount of emotion on his face about what he did. But I guarantee you, when they started deporting his ass, he had some concerns, now didn't he? I don't know. I don't even know if he's still in the country or not. He may be in the country still. He may not be in the country still. They may have put him in prison. We don't know. We haven't heard anything else about it. It's like we instantly forget that these dangers are out here on the road. We instantly forget that these things are out here on the road, and these problems that we have are out here on the road. It is extremely dangerous, guys, and I ain't talking about just any kind of dangerous. I'm talking about you can get out here, you can get on the road, and you may have a good day, and then all of a sudden your world's turned upside down because you got hit by a tractor trailer, or they did something stupid and you ended up paying the price for it because you're just out here minding your own business, and this big ass truck who has an illegal immigrant behind the wheel is acting erratically, acting like they're still in their own country. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Have you seen how people in foreign countries drive? You wouldn't be saying, oh well, just let them drive. No. If you've seen half the shit that I saw when I was over there in Iraq, I mean, it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane what these people are capable of. I've seen kids like 10, 11 years old get behind the wheel of a car and they almost run somebody over because nobody in their family told them, hey, don't be doing that. Don't be trying to get behind the wheel of the car. You're not old enough to drive yet. Get behind the wheel of the car and almost run our damn soldiers over when we're down talking to a sheikh. Or better yet, we're sitting on this bridge, guarding this bridge, and here comes this car, and we see the accident happen. There was a kid driving the car. The mother was in the back seat because she's not allowed to drive. She was in the back seat with an infant, and her son is driving this car, and he's standing up basically with his feet in the floorboard. He's standing up, and the accident happens, and the car rolls, and they're okay and everything, but I mean, what kind of crazy shit is that? Where the hell was this kid taking his mother? I mean, yeah, she was in the vehicle with him, but she has no rights over there, basically. If she's in Iraq, she definitely doesn't have any rights. She's got to keep her face covered and her head covered because she has no rights. So you got people like that drive over there, and then you want those people to come over here? No. And then here's another thing. Okay, you know those like 5,000 gallon containers that they use to put in the ground for septic tanks and stuff? I actually seen three of those strapped together on the back of a pickup truck. There was one in the bed of the pickup truck, and then two on either side of it. Kind of looked like Mickey Mouse ears on either side of the one that was inside the bed of the pickup truck. All right. Then you got them strapped down to the truck, and they're driving down through there. But that kind of makes it a little bit dangerous because they're like really high up off the ground, and that pickup truck probably has a very, very low center of gravity, or high center of gravity, because of that. High center of gravity. So you really don't want somebody like that driving around out here, because that right there by itself can cause an accident. Just the looky-loos alone can cause an accident. But you got stupid people like that driving around out here just being all idiot shit. just being all goofy and everything. So I don't want foreign drivers out here. I really don't. And then there was a guy, I watched this video, was it yesterday? ICE detained a guy. He had a driver's license. And he had been on their watch list for a little while. But they tracked him down. He was in his car. And they basically asked him, the ICE agents, they asked him if he was in the country legally. And he said, do you have the proper paperwork for that? And the guy kept saying, that's what I have. That's what I have. He's talking about his driver's license. Well, just because you got a driver's license just because you got a driver's license doesn't mean you're an American citizen. It does not mean you're an American citizen. Does not mean you are an American citizen. How many times I gotta say that? Right? It does not mean that you are an American citizen if you have a driver's license in the United States. But that right there poses a problem, because if you get a driver's license in America, that means you're automatically able to vote, because they're going to ask you if you want to sign up or for voter registration. They're going to ask you that, and you're going to tell them yes, and then you're going to be able to vote in U.S. elections. That's a problem. That's where it really becomes a problem, because we don't want illegals voting in our elections. Now, I saw something else the other day that kind of like pissed me off a little bit. So they've got these rallies and marches. Excuse me. They got these rallies and these marches. Well, they had one in Chicago a few nights ago, and they claimed it was millions of people. But there was somebody out there with a drone, as there always is, showing how big the actual crowd was. This crowd didn't even take up one city block. It didn't even take up one city block. And they're on the ground saying, oh yeah, it was millions of people that had come out and all this other stuff. And I can guarantee you about at least 75% of those people were bussed in from out of state. They are not from Chicago. They don't represent the people of Chicago or the people of Illinois. They're just there to be goofy. And then on top of that, you all allowed them to use the vehicle for a political rally and political march. You are not supposed to use equipment from a place like U-Haul as a platform to stand on while you're going down the road spouting your political bullshit. You're not allowed to do that. Matter of fact, I think there's a clause in there that you're not allowed to use U-Haul property or any kind of like moving equipment. You're not allowed to use their property to help you in your demonstration or your political function. So you're not supposed to use that. And yet there's also in Portland, they're actually using U-Hauls to move around pallets of stuff, and they're actually storing the pallets of stuff that they're getting, the donations and stuff that they're getting in a storage facility right there on the same block that they're protesting on. They're not allowed to do that. Those places ought to be held accountable, because they're helping these protesters get away with some violent shit. And I find it really, really disturbing. Like, extremely disturbing. And I don't like it. I think it's wrong. I think what they're doing is absolutely wrong. I don't support it whatsoever. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and hop off here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching the video. Yeah. I'll see you guys next one. I'm out.